So Lucie and Olivia, I met you when you were really, really young. So young you probably don't even remember. I'm 49 now, so I have a long time to look back and think about what advice I would give you or give myself if I were your age all over again. And I have to say, don't take anyone's advice. I think that in your own heart, you will know what's right for you. And if there's anything that you should, strive for or reach for, it should be, again, sort of listening to yourself and finding out what are your own strengths, what makes you happy, and then sort of extending that into the world and to the people you love. So it's really an internal process where you reach inside and find out what makes you excited, at peace, progressing as a person, and then finding out how in the world you can sort of actualize that. So that would be what I'd advise you to do. That's it for me.
Hi, I'm Elisa. I'm Lisa's daughter. I'm going to college soon. I'm 17. And so that's really scary for me personally. I know that this is really kind of it for me. I'm going to go away forever now because I'm going to go to college and then I'm going to go to grad school and then I'm going to, have a job and an apartment and stuff like that. So this is kind of the last leg of my childhood, really. I have like 2 more weeks or something like that. And I'm like buying stuff, sheets and things like that. And I've been like thinking about a lot of things. I'm sure you've heard a lot of advice already from a lot of people, and I'm probably not going to say anything that other people haven't already said. But it is important to be like always into everything that you do. Because if you're going to do something, you might as well do it all the way. If I'm going to go to college, I might as well do well in college. And if I'm going to play soccer, then I should, play as hard as I can. And if I'm going to go away, then I should make the most of that. And I think that I'm going to meet people there, and I hope that I respect them and like believe them in who they are the whole time, in the way that I hope that people respect me and believe me as who I am and accept me for that. And I think it's always important, even when you're in middle school, even when people are like seem a little weird or whatever, to understand that they are who they are, like as as a product of everything that's happened to them and everyone that is around them. And that they're going to grow up and be something else, and you're going to be a part of that for them, in your experience in middle school, your experience in kindergarten, and your experience in college or whatever. So I guess just to understand that people are always what they are as a product of everything else, and everything ties into each other and itself. And just to take life seriously, but don't take yourself too seriously, but always believe in yourself. I don't know. But have fun. Don't not have fun. Always have fun.
Alright, so I wanted to share with you some advice of something I learned that really has significantly changed how I interact with people, really how I live my life, and even a little bit who I am. And I sort of got in touch with it watching my daughter Elisa talk about moving from adolescence to adulthood. And it made me remember an incident when I was about 15. I was in high school, and I had a group of friends and a boyfriend. We were, more or less a kind of a popular crowd in a pretty small high school. And a girl moved in from a different town. And she showed up one day in my calculus class in the middle of the year. And she was incredibly shy, as anyone would be at 15, being the new girl in a school where people had been together, 2, 3, 4 years. And I remember she was redheaded, so she would, when she blushed, she would get really red. And I remember thinking, gosh, that girl could be a friend of mine. She looks like we look, and she seems like she could fit in with my crowd. And I realized she would never, ever, ever be able to reach out to us and become our friends because, she would feel that it was too far of a gap for her to go into. She was too shy. She was too self-conscious. And I realized that it was up to me to reach out to her. And I really think that from that moment forward, I went from being more of an introvert to more of an extrovert, because I stop thinking about myself and how self-conscious or shy I might feel, and I started thinking about someone else and how they would feel and how I, understanding them, could reach to them. And it not only brought the girl into my circle of friends and helped her make a better transition, but it really affected who I became as a person and how I interact with people. And it even really affected my personality because I really gained a whole new skill set of acting like an extrovert, maybe more than I probably am naturally. So the lesson there for me, and that I carried through the rest of my life, was if you're so busy looking at yourself critically, self-consciously, you really miss a lot of opportunities to be, to grow, to get to know people, to interact with people. And so if I could give anything, anyone anything, it would be that little piece of wisdom, which is learn how to look beyond yourself and into others. And I think you'll find just your life and yourself just become a lot richer.